What's happening, everyone? It's Adam. Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to do a fun one. This is going to be pretty short, maybe 5-10 minutes long tops, but it's going to be what's on my iPhone. And I love iPhones because of the simplicity of use and for a bunch of different reasons, more than Android. But I just don't really customize my phones that much. I don't really care about messing with the app icons too much. I just like to keep it the way it is. And the only thing I really do customize a lot is the wallpapers. And I'll show you what wallpapers I use. They're actually photos I take when I'm in mountain trips and things like that out in nature. And the thing about it though is I want to separate this into two different categories. The first section of this video is going to be going over productivity apps and business really, and what I like to do that helps me stay productive and the apps I would recommend. Then the second part of this video is going to be entertainment, if you will. So what apps I like to use for content consumption or playing games, what games I like, and what I like to just do for fun in the evening after work and when the day is wrapping up and I'm about to go to bed kind of stuff. So let's get straight into it. I appreciate you watching this and I hope this is helpful. All right, for starters in this video, I want to show you just the wallpapers that I take and the photos that I take for my wallpapers and how simple I keep the layout of my iPhone. And I like taking pictures of the mountains, and I think I do a way better job, as you saw in these two photos, than what's provided from Apple. I mean, I think their wallpapers suck in my opinion, so I just take my own photos. That's number one. But two is getting started with productivity apps. So number one app I recommend is Podio. And if you haven't heard of this, basically it's a customer relationship management software, CRM if you will. And I use this to keep track of all my real estate needs. So sellers, buyers, offers, contracts, campaigns, all that stuff. And I customize this to my liking for the systems I want to create. And you can literally customize everything from text messaging within this to sending emails automatically to even tasks. And I gotta say, if you do not have a CRM in your phone or you don't use one at all, and you're still using basic note-taking apps or just reminder apps, you're severely missing out on a lot of business, and I guarantee you're working way harder than you should. I mean, look at all these tasks I have set. Some of these are old, but you can see I could be like, okay, I gotta follow up with this person. Let me see what's going on with them. Let me check out the lead. I have my tracking number, which I'll get into. I have links to Zillow and all this and that, all kinds of stuff to let me know, comments, everything. So I don't have to ever take notes, and it's all cloud-based. So even if my phone got erased, it's still going to be uploaded into the cloud of Podio software management. And this is the best app I ever used, period, for productivity. You don't have to be in real estate, but think about it. You can use this if you're a photographer, if you're, a massage therapist, a doctor. It really saves a lot of time. Now, next apps I'll go into are task management apps. Todoist is a really fun one. I'll just kind of show you the interface of what you can do. You can add all kinds of different tasks like make video today or whatever. You can add a certain date, let's say tomorrow, at a certain time. We'll just do 11:04, save, and boom, task added to inbox. So there it is. And it's pretty simple. I mean, I like to use the interface. I'm new to it. And here's another one I like using too that I've just been getting curious about is TikTok. And if you do another one like this, make video, you can see it's pretty basic in its layout and whatnot. But those are a couple that were recommended to me that I just started trying out. But for real though, my favorite task management software is just the reminders app within iPhone, especially for the grocery store. I mean, I have so many things that I've listed here. Even if I just show completed, you can see how many things I could just check off while I'm at the grocery store instead of having to write it down on a piece of paper and whatnot. So if I need bananas, chocolate, these are things I usually get anyway. I don't know, tofu, just think of stuff. And that way when I have my Apple Watch or even when I just have my phone on me and I'm in the grocery store, this seriously, I'm a huge proponent of using apps or software that takes stuff off my mind. So the only thing on my mind is check your phone. That's it. I'm not thinking about what do I have to get at the grocery store. It's like, no, anytime I think about something or something runs out, I come into the grocery store app here in reminders and I type it in. So this is my favorite task management app above all. and I highly recommend just using the reminders app in your iPhone. Now, of course, I have email apps like Mail or even Gmail. I don't want to really open them because there's all kinds of private information in there. So a couple other apps I'll recommend in productivity that I used often is number one is Grasshopper. And number two is I just had to be logged out of these, and it's CallRel. Wow, what are the chances? So maybe I'll do a screen recording of how these work within. But the reason why I use Grasshopper and I use CallRel is because you can track phone calls, you can record phone calls. Even in CallRel, you can have up to like 10 different numbers. And I love that. And maybe I'll actually go to the browser real quick. That way I could just kind of show you what it's about. But you can see they have call tracking for Google, AdWords or direct mail or whatever it is you're trying to convert or keep track of. And the reason why I use CallRel is because I don't like giving my personal number out. In the past, I've had to change my number a couple of times because I just got way too many spam, business calls, opportunities, etc. All kinds of scam stuff, whatever it is. And I give my number out if I sign up for a new account on CallRel because you can receive text messages as well. Or if it's somebody wanted to reach out to me and they're like, hey, we have a product we want you to review, or it may be a potential real estate deal or whatever it is. I like to keep track of all this stuff. So I highly recommend CallRel. That's a very useful app. And then of course, there's other things like Udemy. I love using this namely because I started looking into Amazon FBA, and this is not financial advice. I just started looking into this, and basically it's fulfilled by Amazon where it's a private label business opportunity. And I like how Udemy offers some courses for free and it's very cheap. I think it's a lot better than Skillshare because there's a lot of people that seem more genuine in their courses, like these Amazon FBA ones. There's a lot of free stuff on YouTube as well, but that's another productivity app. And then the last one, because you can consider it productivity, is Duolingo. I'm trying to get better with my Spanish skills just because in real estate, there's a lot of people who speak Spanish. And not only that, but it's just a valuable skill to have, is to learn a second language or even multiple languages. Now, you don't have to only learn Spanish with Duolingo. You can learn Hawaiian or all these other languages here. And I highly recommend, especially in these times, if you're maybe looking to one up your career or whatever. As you can see, I'm not going to try to speak Spanish on this video, but I've gone through it pretty good, and it keeps track of your daily scores. And I set it to 50 XP, which is the count. You get like 10 XP per lesson you do, and I think it's really fun. I mean, I'll kind of even give a little bit of a demo here of what it's like. But you speak Spanish, tu hablas español. So you can see it even gives you feedback. I hope that's not too loud. But this is really fun. That's another productivity app. And what we're going to do now is just get into the entertainment apps. Now, I love Masterclass because there's a lot more. It's kind of like the Audible of YouTube. And it's getting straight to the source of valuable skill you can learn. One of my favorite ones actually is Chris Voss's Masterclass. And they have cooking ones and photography ones. I went to the photography one with Annie and then also Jimmy Chin. Highly recommend this. It's like $189 or something like that. But you can see you have so many things. Teaching comedy, photography, filmmaking, directing, writing, cooking, like I said. There's more than enough, for business, food, lifestyle, community, and government, etc. Ron Finley actually has an amazing gardening class. I highly recommend this just for that and Chris Voss's negotiating course. Amazing. There's so much stuff that you can learn, and it's actually very friendly with Chromecast if you want to play it on your TV. But that's fun entertainment and kind of productive. You can kind of see the theme here of how I always need to be learning something. I don't really waste my time too much in just entertainment. But another one is actually looking into Netflix and Amazon Prime. And my favorite video service actually above all is Discovery Plus. And it's because of being in real estate. Again, there it is with productivity. I'm addicted to Magnolia Network, but I consider this entertainment and fun. You know what I'm saying? Cabin Chronicles was super addicting. Really will inspire you to do something different with your life and take a vacation for once if you're stuck behind a computer too much or haven't taken a trip in a while. But From the Source is another great one where she goes around, the host shows where honey comes from, where rice really comes from, corn. I can't wait for more videos on this. And of course they have just, Fixer Upper, absolute best show ever made. Truly the most inspiring couple within real estate I've ever seen. I love them. I love that couple to death. I think they're the best that ever did it in real estate. I don't think I really need to show you what this is about. I only go there for movie recommendations, and same with Prime Video. I only go here to see what free movies are available with Amazon Originals or Amazon Prime. I really don't care to pay for movies nowadays. Hulu, I just canceled that subscription. And yeah, that's pretty much it as far as entertainment goes. And then, of course, is HBO Max. I feel like they have the best movie selection next to Netflix, but they have more movies. I mean, it's kind of weird how these services work. Netflix has movies I can't watch on HBO Max and vice versa. So, including the Harry Potter series, I'm like, I don't know why that's not on Netflix. But other apps I like to use are VRBO and Airbnb, of course, for travel and just getting out of the house. I mean, if you're not getting out of the house and going on trips, again, watch Cabin Chronicles. That would inspire you enough to get that done and get something going. Other apps that are just in here are Jabber Assist, Bose Music, apps that I have to use for review purposes. But a couple other apps that are fun to use and I guess you can say are productive as well, but are Canva and then Pixel Cut. Canva is what I use for all my templates for my thumbnails. And it's very mobile friendly, but it's also very friendly, or it works amazingly on a computer, of course. But you can kind of see, like, even if I were to tap here, you can move around the text and images. You can add images pretty easily. You can edit things pretty easily. I really love Canva as far as making thumbnails goes. I made a video on how to make thumbnails for your YouTube channel just like I do, where you can take out the background on things and add text overlays, have a bunch of different text to use. I love this app. It's one of my favorites. Pixel Cut, I was trying out for a second, but this one is a little bit more expensive than using. It's simpler, but it's a little bit more expensive than Canva for what you get. I like using Canva more, but this is a fun one. I made a video on this too as well, on how to make a professional photo, if you will, by using one of these templates. So that's another fun one. And then I have Crossy Roads. I love Call of Duty. I think I'm one of the best to ever play Call of Duty. I won't play a game here, but that's my favorite game to play, just to play a couple rounds while eating dinner. And then, of course, there's TikTok. I'm addicted to this, so I'm going to actually push more content on here for my TechOutAdam channel and where I do my iPhone tips and whatnot. But I think this is probably the best app for creators today, and I find it really entertaining. Some people have a problem with it. I don't at all. And last thing I'll go over actually is my favorite music app, and that's going to be Apple Music. And that sounds lame given it is an iPhone, but I can't stand Spotify. I feel like the user friendliness of it is not as good as Apple. I feel like Apple has better music quality as well without me having to EQ anything. And then you go to the lyrics section here, and this is my favorite thing to rap along or to sing along or to know what an artist was saying. I think Apple Music does it the best. And I guess another one to throw out is Apple News. And this, I swear, would be the last one. It's great to stay up to date on what's going on in the world. And I think Apple, especially with audio briefings, and it kind of sounds like a podcast and just News Plus, actually getting whole articles to magazines. It's amazing. I mean, it's eco-friendly, right? I know we shouldn't be on our phones all day, but hey, you can get some benefit of using your iPhone with full articles instead of wasting all that paper or having to spend more money on articles you buy at the bookstore or wherever you get a magazine nowadays. So that's going to be it for productivity and entertainment apps that I use and what's on my iPhone. Let's finish the video off. All right, now that you saw what's on my iPhone, I would like some app recommendations, honestly. Anything, anything productivity-wise or entertainment-wise, games that you like. I just think I'm not using this phone to its fullest potential. It sounds funny because I have a tech channel, but I'm kind of boring with my phones. I mean, it's either just a few business apps like you saw, or maybe a couple games. But I want to think outside the box with this, and see what the potential of this phone really is. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.